us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your sports news here first. The daily podcasts are Ken and Ken in the Morning, Lions Talk with Smoking Jeremy B, Wrestling Roundup, The Big Football Show, and more, Shield TV, Lions Villian Report, and Red Zone Rant. The afternoon podcasts are Valhalla Hour, Broseph Sports, WCFL Dolphins Talk, The Cheap Seats, The Bodkin Show, Spirit of Detroit Podcast, and MManiacs. The nightly shows are Palace Hall Report, Frozen Tundra Network, Skull Gang 365, The Huddle Sports Network Open Mic, First and 10 with Foz, Main Event Football Show, Prime Sports World, The Man Cave, Prim and Proper Sports, Spitballing Podcast, Lions Fan Cave Chat, Puckett, 313 Den Podcast, The Guys Huddle Podcast, Shots from the Sideline, Let's Talk Sports, the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast, Off the Rails, and Detroit Lions News. Hope you like all the shows. Make sure you follow, like, share, subscribe.
Hey, my name is Ray Flores. I'm a proud and loyal member of the First and 10 Tailgate. You're listening to First and 10 with my man, the main man, Foz.
First and 10 with Foz, Chicago Bears in the mix. Rapping about football, no room for politics. From the Windy City, we bring the fire. This podcast hot, raising the bar higher. Touchdown after touchdown, we never settle for less. Breaking it down with Foz, we always bring our best. First and 10 with Foz, dance in the crowd, cheering loud and proud. Our spirits never bow. We rep that navy, blue and orange, no room for doubt. Chicago Bears legendary, no team can knock us out. No team can knock us out.
When I'm in Chicago, always a Foz.
For display. Hitting hard like a linebacker, making our way. Foz leading the charge, taking us to the top. Chicago Bears legacy, we can never stop.
What's going on, everyone? Episode 46 tonight. Doug Plank episode, Bearman episode.
Doug Plank.
We're just going to talk about both of them all night long. I hope you guys are ready for that. Maxwell, how are we doing this evening, sir?
Man, I'm ready for the season. I don't know about you. I can't take no more of this tea stuff.
Dude, it was almost nice. Like there was a 3-day weekend before the beginning of this week.
Yeah.
Because it would have just made like yesterday and today even longer.
Yeah.
It's like now we're 2 days away from the kickoff of the NFL. We got our Thursday night date night back on Thursday.
Good one, too.
We got the Friday game
in
Berlin.
Didn't even know about that till this morning.
Super excited.
Yeah.
So it's like we got to pause on Saturday unless you watch college football, and then we're straight into the NFL on Sunday, baby. Let's go. Week 1, baby.
Jazz out of my mind.
Oh, dude, me too, man. I think everyone watching tonight is super excited. If you guys aren't going to the game, aren't going to tailgate, going out to grab a bite to eat and watch the game, make sure to check out Bedrock's Pizza and Craft Beer Bar, Short in Romeoville. It's an awesome spot. Check them out. Or not.
We could sing the song if you want.
We can sing by now, right? Come on, guys, sing along. All right, my promo button's not working tonight. We're off to a good start tonight.
That's all right.
Oh, well, people know. I've done it before. Other than that, tonight, guys, we got First and 10 tailgating this Sunday happening. Make sure you guys get your wristband ahead of time for First and 10. I'll be putting information up on my page in regards to the PayPal page. You do have to buy your wristband ahead of time, so make sure you guys do that. And it's fattailgate@gmail.com.
them to death. So, hey, man, they looked good all preseason long. They took it to every team.
Yeah.
Backups look good. That's what you want to see. You want to see your backups destroy other teams' backups to let you know how good your depth is. So I'll take a goddamn 4-0 preseason.
I mean, you went versus the Bengals. You went versus Kansas City. You went versus Buffalo. You're talking about top AFC teams that they had to go against. So obviously, I'll take any victory against that, man, backups or not.
Absolutely. We know the Kansas City game. Both teams didn't play, most of their starters or even their main backups. But hey, our backups came out and showed up. So
they did. And dude, injuries and things happen throughout the season. So some of those players are eventually going to
You're going to know some of those names this season. There's no doubt about it.
So after that game, we made a couple moves that I was pretty happy about. We acquired outside linebacker Darrell Taylor from the Seahawks for a 6th-round pick. And the very next day, we got defensive tackle Chris Williams from the Bengals for a 7th-round pick. Dude, polls is like F those 6th and 7th-round picks. So you can trade those all day long, baby.
For an actual NFL, especially the Taylor one, for an actual NFL player, who cares? I mean, those are such a – odds are your 7th-string guy, your 7th-round pick is not going to make the team usually. No. So, I mean, what he saw is what all of us saw. Is still maybe there's – well, not maybe. There are definitely still questions about who else is going to be the main rusher besides Montez Sweat. And I really like to move for Taylor. He's got 10.5 sacks over the last 2 years.
Yeah, most definitely. So.
I think Williams is maybe a little bit more of the depth move. Maybe he saw that the depth he thought he had, he didn't have. But, hey, for 6 and 7-round picks, it's well worth it.
Dude, all day long, baby, all day long. And with the end of the season, obviously comes what we were talking about, what you just said, the cut time. So we have our Bears cut list here. I think Ripken was the only real surprise off that list. I think a lot of people thought he was going to hang on, at least in the practice squad.
I think what happened there is he played so good that Ryan Poles did him a solid. And I think that's Ryan Poles' MO, is that he wants to be known as a guy who does his players right.
Yeah.
And he obviously Tyson Bagent is going to bear backup. There's no doubt about it. So if Brett Ribbon, him and his agent, hey, if you guys got another opportunity somewhere, Minnesota obviously wanted him because they signed him to the 53-man.
Exactly.
It's a good move by Poles and a great move for Rippon. I hope he does well. That dude could be a starter week 3 in Minnesota. I mean,
especially watching Hard Knocks, and we'll get into it. I think Austin Reed kind of won the locker room too, man. I mean,
no doubt.
He got along with everyone, had a real good relationship.
Listen, Brett Rippon's been around a long time. He's a journeyman, and good for him. But you probably see more potential. And I mean, listen, we all know if Austin Reed or Brett Rippon are playing for the Bears this year, we're screwed. So who cares? But
here we are talking about backup.
But hey, man,
there is a curse in Chicago about backup quarterbacks.
No doubt. But I think it was just a case of he did him a solid. He found an opportunity, and Poles let him, instead of put him through waivers and all that, just released him and let him sign with Minnesota.
Yeah, no, I thought it was a good move. I was happy, and I was happy we kept Reed too.
Yeah.
Tyree Carter was definitely a surprise.
That was a little surprise.
That was the first Poles pick that has been let go from the team since he's been our GM. So
especially with the offensive line, maybe having some questions at health. And then you activated Amagaju, who hasn't played a single snap, and he's one of your backup tackles right now.
Yeah,
it was a little surprising, and I thought maybe there'd be another waiver move or another trade for maybe another offensive lineman, same type of deal. But I don't know. They seem to be happy with their depth there. If there is a concern for me at period, it would be the depth of the offensive line with some of the health questions. But
time will tell, my friend. Time will tell. Practice squad. So we brought Theo Benedict back to the practice squad.
Very good.
Pretty happy about that. Obviously, Austin Reed. I was happy we held on to Hardy this year, man. I thought he had a great preseason. I was glad Reddy came back for the practice squad. I was too. I was a little upset he got cut initially, but I'm glad he's back for the practice squad. Dude, I think we got some deep defensive players coming up, man. I mean,
especially in the secondary. I mean, I think was the other guy's Greg Stroman that we cut. I mean, it was who could be a legitimate starter for a lot of teams. I mean, he wasn't even in consideration. That's how deep our secondary is. So, yeah, I mean, at some point we're going to know a few of those names here. Sure. You know how the NFL is. You're going to go through not just 53. You're going to go through about 70. So,
and with the way some of our corners and background players play, they play hard, man. So I mean,
Brisker plays like a maniac.
Yeah, so I mean,
Jonathan Holmes seems to also play like a maniac.
So I mean, you got to be prepared if they're going to go out there and play like that and give their 100%. There's a higher potential of something happening. You need these backup guys.
Yeah, it's nice that there's guys in practice squad not only that you know the name of, but that actually might be halfway decent.
Yeah, 100%, man. Hard Knocks episode 3. We got 2 episodes to talk about tonight. Let's not get too long with them, but Flus and Williams one-on-one, man. I kind of like seeing that whole their sit downs, their talks. Episode 3 is where Caleb said practice is harder than the game.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I like to hear that. That means it's been a tough offseason. They've really been
That
working
means
the
Matty
kid.
Pulis is throwing everything plus the kitchen sink at him during practice. So that's what you want to hear.
Poles brought in Matty Ice for a little one-on-one. I guess I didn't realize that he was an offensive lineman for Matty Ice for so long.
Yeah, I didn't either. That was pretty cool.
I guess you just kind of thought of him as he was coming from Kansas City. Now he's a GM for the Bears. And you forget that he was an offensive lineman at one time.
No doubt.
Super fun. They spent a lot of time on Tyson Bagent because, of course, it's a backup quarterback in Chicago. We could have Patrick Mahomes and we would still be talking about a backup quarterback.
I think it's all just to get his dad on the show. Who I'm kind
of. His dad's awesome. Dude.
Yeah, I'm getting a little tired of that, though. I'll be glad when this is over with this week.
Austin Reed came out singing Keisha Cole, man. I lost it, dude. I think everyone watching it lost it. The locker room definitely lost it. It was super hilarious. So I thought that was pretty cool from his end. Little Dirk showed up, the rapper at camp. Big Chicago Bears fans. Nice to see celebrities coming out supporting their team. I like how they got into the whole Judon talk from the Patriots too about how that process went down. They really put their forward foot to try and get them.
Yeah,
but they stuck their ground. They said we're not giving up more than this, and they stuck with it.
I thought episode 3 was the best, and I thought that was that kind of stuff is stuff I find really cool and fascinating to see, like the dynamic between Poles and Ian Cunningham, what their thought process is when they're trying to acquire a player. They weren't shy about telling us that they were trying to get him because he wasn't happy enough with his defensive line. And I like that, like you said, he wants the guy, but only if he signs this extension, and this is all we're going to give you. So he wanted to go somewhere else.
Poles has stuck towards that motto from the first day he was GM.
He's consistent.
He is consistent. He doesn't change tone. He sticks on board. We're not doing more than what we can. We're not giving up the future for anything. And he sticks with it with every single player, man. And I think it's awesome.
No doubt. I agree.
Then they go into Flu's nicknames for everybody. Homie Romy. I was laughing.
Very hockey-like.
I thought it was like a nice, cool old man way to connect with the players.
No doubt.
So he's out there with his new
It's cool. Like, he seems relatable. He doesn't come off like a total cheeseball. So, I mean, it's cool.
They really got into Torrey Hunter, Torrey Taylor punting too, man.
Yeah.
That kid is insane, dude. So I was at the Bengals game that they highlighted in this episode. And being in the seats, I guess, like the depth perception and where you're sitting, it really doesn't look like that long of a punt when you're there. But when they show it from certain angles, especially the side camera angles from like the 50-yard line, you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
So I was behind the south end zone. So I was seeing the behind all the time, and it just looks like a ball up in the air, comes down, looks super short. But seeing it on film there, man, it was absolutely insane. That kid. Yeah,
it's old Leadfoot. Dude, so I hope we don't see him much because we're scoring so much, but it's nice to know you've got that in your back pocket.
I mean, let's be realistic, man. You're going to have some 3M outs.
Of course you are. Of course. I'm being funny. Like, no, of course we're going to use him. And it's a good thing to have. We'll just leave it at that. It doesn't look like he's going to be a bust. So because he's a goddamn 4th-round pick on him. So
I really liked how they highlighted two of the Williams and Keenan Allen hookups in that episode. Really didn't show too much of Keenan Allen in practice and squad so far in the episode.
He's a smart vet. We'll leave it at that.
So what I saw, what they showed was absolutely amazing. I know he's had a nursing a little injury right now. Hopefully he's 100% to go on Sunday.
I think he's totally fine.
Yeah.
I think he's just playing the old, I've been around for 12 years, and I don't need to do much in the preseason.
And then obviously the end of the episode with all the awesome plays we talked about and saw during the Bengals game, the Eric Caleb and the Roman Dunze hookup and things of that nature. And things we hope to see on Sunday.
Hope to see a bunch of it.
Yeah. So then the last episode 4, they opened up talking about the cuts, man. And like they really got deep into taking it seriously, who they were keeping and who they weren't. And, I think getting to know these players through Hard Knocks and following that and seeing their skills and what they're showing during training camp, they had a lot of hard decisions to make, man.
And that's what you want. You want to have to make these gut-wrenching decisions to get rid of guys that other teams would love to take.
Yeah.
That shows you how much depth you have in this team.
Most definitely.
And I love like the long table stuff. I'm nerdy like that. Like I love that behind the scenes, front office stuff. Like that's the cool stuff for Hard Knocks. For me, it is anyway.
Because it's the stuff you never see as a fan.
No.
You always speculate as a fan about what's happening, what they're doing. And you have your opinions. Yeah. But you never truly get to hear what it is that they're talking about.
No. And a little bit of that goes a long way for me.
No, I totally agree with you, man. I'm with you there. Ian Wheeler, it was a pretty upsetting episode in regards to him.
Yeah.
They pretty much kind of hinted towards the beginning of the episode when they were talking about cuts too, about how it was going to be between Velus Jones Jr. and Ian Wheeler, like we kind of talked about a little bit. So even Hard Knocks kind of hinted towards that a little bit.
Yeah, they got to manufacture a little drama because this is drama-free so far. This is unlike Chicago.
Yeah.
So
it's unlike any other Hard Knocks season, if you guys have watched Hard Knocks. Too.
The little I've seen, yes, I agree.
Ian Wheeler came out and did Finetto by Chief Keef for karaoke, got the place going too again. Thought it was hilarious. I love how they're doing those rookie karaoke's. The rookie karaoke's have been the highlight of Hard Knocks for me thus far. I thought funnest time to watch. Really cool how they did the Ferris Bueller Sears Tower scene. Like how they did that. They threw a little Chicago in there.
Yep. A lot of Chicago meatball.
Yeah. Adrian Colbert, man. He's an interesting guy.
Yeah, I found myself very much rooting for him.
I liked him a lot. He was very
zen-like, he's a very thoughtful guy. Yeah.
Where he was doing the whole sound bowls and everything. Like, pretty sure he was on some sort of hallucinogen the entire episode.
He just seems like a really mellow dude. Yeah. Very earthy, very cool. I was rooting for him. The odds were pretty much against him making the team with the depth of the secondary. But I mean, that's what Hard Knocks it's kind of about. They make you like certain players that you're never going to probably see again.
Most definitely, man. So the last episode's on tonight. Dude, where are our running backs at? Where's DeAndre Swift at this entire Hard Knocks? Where's Khalil Herbert and Roshan Johnson? Like, do they just sign off saying they want nothing to do with it?
I mean, you can only
running backs are kind of a big part of an NFL team.
Well, a couple of them haven't really been playing, and they gotta create a little drama. There's no drama on who your starting 2 or 3 running backs are. So I get it. We haven't really seen. I don't even know if I've seen Khalil Herbert. Period. The whole
they showed highlights of him playing, but no talking to him. They haven't talked to Swift. They haven't talked to Roshan Johnson. It's they focus on this Ian Wheeler kid, these rookies the entire time, man.
And it's kind of a Hard Knocksy thing to do that.
Sure.
But like you said, I do feel bad for Ian Wheeler. What happened there was
tough. At the end with the ACL and his mom being there.
Yeah, it was rough.
It was definitely a sad episode, and I think the best thing that came out of that storyline is that kid has so many believers and followers and fans now just from that show. Yeah. So, I mean, he's on the IR. He's still part of the team. Oh, yeah. So, next season comes around. I think a lot of people are going to be rooting for him, and I'm going to be one of them, man.
Oh, yeah, the speed looked incredible from the few plays I saw. Yeah. It seemed like a really cool, down-to-earth guy. His mom seemed really cool, too. Yeah, that was too bad. That was really too bad. I was rooting for him to make the team.
I think that's the one thing that stood out the most to me watching these episodes of Hard Knocks is that you end up caring about people that you would never even care about if you were just following the sports team itself as far as on paper.
Yeah, it gives you a little more, I don't know if depth's the word I'm looking for. They're kind of like a bunch of B-sides, from your favorite band. Not everyone else will know these songs, but there's something you feel kind of cool listening to or watching. You're discovering these unknown players.
It's dude, if I didn't watch Hard Knocks and I saw that they cut Ripken and kept the Reed, I'd be like, what are they doing? Why are you getting rid of the experienced quarterback?
Yeah.
But after watching Hard Knocks, you see his personality, how he gets along with the team, his whole background. I understand that more. Yeah. So I guess you just kind of have to trust in the process. Like I said, last episode tonight, the only thing I would have liked to see thus far that would have changed is give me an R-rated Hard Knocks. We got a Disney Hard Knocks.
Yeah, they're not going to do it. So
I know. I would have liked to see a more real.
I still buy the conspiracy. This is the McCaskies saying, "You want us to do Hard Knocks? Here's how we'll do it," and they'll never ask him ever again.
Yeah, with a G rating.
Never again.
I want say the F word once or something. It's HBO. Damn.
Somebody somewhere in the crowd.
All right, guys, we got football back this weekend. Everybody, bear down, baby. We are playing the Titans at home for our first game, and what I think is a possibly winnable game. I mean, but we're going to see and go from there. We'll talk about that. Before we get into that, tonight I have my friend Yolanda, better known as the Titan Goddess. She's here tonight. Let's bring Yolanda to the stage.
Tighten up!
Right, sweetheart. Bear down and tighten up. Why do you get to go up and we got to go down? That's what I want to know. Why didn't we bear up? Whatever happened with that?
It just doesn't sound good phonetically.
Bear up, baby. No, it sounds weird.
We don't say it, we'll keep tighten up. We don't keep it tight.
Sounds cool. Yolanda, you have an awesome character, the Titan Goddess. Absolutely love your craftiness, your artsiness. when I was researching to bring someone on the show, I saw what you were doing. I thought it was really cool and very interesting, and figured we can talk about it a little bit. So I'm guessing that the first day you were a fan, you were not dressed like the Titan goddess.
I was not. I was not. Actually, I started as a Houston Oilers kind of fan, because they were the Oilers first, because I'm originally from North Carolina.
Okay.
So my dad is a Cowboy fan. You got to have some rivalry. You know what I'm saying? North Carolina is either Panthers or Cowboys fans. So, so I moved here to Clarksville, Tennessee. So when they moved to Nashville, I was like, okay, there's my team. That's it. That's kind of how it happened. That's how I became a Titans fan.
So did you start going to the games a lot? Were you just watching on TV? Was it friends or family who got you involved?
Well, I was mostly watching because, like I said, I'm from North Carolina. And then they were in Memphis, you know what I'm saying? And then I still lived in North Carolina. But once I moved to Tennessee, then I was able to go to some games and stuff like that. And the energy was just, our fan base, the energy in the stadium is just unmatched. So I was like, they won me over.
It is a cool town. Nashville's one of my favorite cities in the States. So not that we should be saying that to our fans, but it is a great city. I do love your character, though. It's one of the most unique ones we've had on here. I'm no disrespect to anyone else, but I'm kind of tired of some of the WWF ones. How did you come up with the character?
Well, I actually was talking to Titan Man and stuff. We were all kind of together, and I was like, okay, well, I want to, as a female, I want to be a super fan and get my stuff together. So he was like, go for it, girl. And so I was really into Mariota because I lived in Hawaii, and so it was a little nod to him too, as well as, I'm saying, the actual Titans, but my headdress kind of went to a nod to Mariota, King Kamehameha, stuff like that. So I kind of mixed them and matched them a little bit. So that's how I came up with it. Yeah.
You brought a little part of your costume with you tonight. Well, do I see a dagger in the background and a shield? Why don't you show that off?
Yeah, this is my spear.
All handmade too, correct?
Yeah, handmade too. And first time I went to the stadium with it, I wasn't allowed to take it in. And so I parked so far away. And I sat it outside and they were like, well, we can't be responsible. It's probably not going to be there when you get back. But it was. So, yeah, that was awesome. But yeah, I can't take that in. Learned that the hard way.
Dick about it. The guy could have been like, "You can leave it with me. I'll watch it." Like,
no. They didn't. I was hoping somebody would say it. They were like, "You on your own?" I said, "Okay," but it was there when I came back. I was super excited.
Hell yeah! What's your other part you got? You got another part of your costume with you?
And this is my shield.
There we go.
That I made.
So what's the material with that? Is that like computer, like print it, mold it?
No, it's actually this is like a foam. I got this little round thing that I found at like a toy store. It's like a round shield like the kids play with.
Yeah.
I added the foam to it, and this is glitter, glue and glitter.
Oh, that looks amazing. It looks
it's not really shining, probably because it's about 4 years old. It's probably it's glue and glitter because I wanted when the sun hit it, I wanted to just kind of stand out in the stadium. So yeah,
you get a fresh coat of glitter on there, you'll be fine. Yeah. So, being a Titans fan, who's been your favorite player over the years?
AJ Brown was my favorite player. I was sad to see him go. Titan fans are going to get me. Our fan base is very fickle. You're not allowed to love anyone that's not on the team anymore. So they're probably going to get me. But AJ Brown was my favorite for a while. Now I love the team as a whole for now.
When you
trading my favorite, I'm still heartbroken over that. So I have to protect my heart.
I love that. I went to a few of the tailgates last year, and I love that a lot more women are doing it. It's not just sometimes when people think about it, they think just
stereotypical
drunk idiots in the parking lot, guys jumping for tables. But when you first started doing it, I mean, were you the only female doing it in the parking lot, or was there more?
There were a few more women, yes, but it wasn't as many as men. And so that's why when I said I did it, I wanted to kind of do it big. Like I wanted to be with the boys. Let me in the club.
Agreed.
My mouth is as loud as yours. Yeah. So. But there are some, and there's more coming out, and they kind of reach out to me and they're like, I give them ideas and we bounce ideas off each other. But yeah, the women, we need to be heard too.
Absolutely.
Yes. I'm part of First and 10 tailgating here in Chicago, and I think we might be overran by women as far as women.
Fine with me.
It's awesome. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah,
we all have our spouses and our girlfriends with us, so like it becomes like a relationship type setting. It makes it that much cooler. I absolutely love it. Instead of the guy watching football and the woman yelling at him because he's watching football, the old stereotype.
Oh no, I'm yelling with.
It doesn't exist anymore.
And trust me, by the end of the day, any females I was talking to in the parking lot were way smarter, had way better opinions than any of the idiot guys I was talking to. So,
Greenback Fields.
Yeah, no.
Oh man,
we're gonna be hearing it the first mistake. Other than that, are you involved in any sort of like fan groups? Are you doing any charities? Anything you want to talk about?
I do have a charity that I do. I'm a licensed cosmetologist. So every year, the school year, I pick 2 kids and I keep their hair done throughout the school year for the ones that can't, you know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to look nice, and sometimes mom and dad can't, so I every year I pick 2 kids and that's what I do. I sponsor them for the school year.
So my wife is a cosmetologist, and I have a salon in my basement right down there. So trust me when I say I know how expensive it is for you to keep your hair done and looking nice, and the color and the cuts and God knows what else, and the extensions and everything. Like, so man, that is a big charity to give away. So I totally get that.
Yeah, gotta love the kids. But one of my speculations to do it, you have to be really giving your all in school. Now you can't be, you know what I'm saying?
Like show that report
card. And not, because what we doing hair for. But yeah.
No, I like that a lot. That's awesome. I think that's a good idea. I'm gonna tell my wife to steal that idea from you, and then we're gonna make it up as our own. I'm just joking. We came up with this idea, and I'm just joking. It's documented.
We can share it.
How far are you outside of Nashville? Where you live?
I live in Clarksville, and that's like a 45-minute drive.
Okay, you're close. You're kind
of it's not too far.
So give me your favorite. I gotta get Nashville here. What's your favorite bar in Nashville?
My favorite bar, I like to be outside. I like the rooftop. I like I don't really like to be in.
You know what? Don't even keep it to a bar. Just your favorite place to go in Nashville pregame if you're not going to be in a parking lot.
I go to the parking lot.
She's a simple girl. I love it.
It's like all my people are there, Even the rival fans, they're all amazing. It's like the energy is always really nice. So I just like to hang out there.
Right on.
That's
Hattie B's the best hot chicken in Nashville?
Bolton's.
I listen, I heard it's amazing. I don't eat land meat.
Oh, okay.
I know he got. I'm sorry. Did I
do like bird and stuff?
I'm vegetarian, so I eat seafood.
Okay,
I'm with you.
But I don't eat land meat. But the line is always wrapped. There's a couple of them in Nashville itself, and the line is always wrapped around. So I take it that it's amazing.
So then what? All right. So I dig seafood a lot too. So what seafood place should I hit up next time I come to Nashville, or anywhere around the area?
Oh, you come to me and I can cook it.
Oh,
I got you. I'm from the water. I'm from Wilmington, North Carolina. Okay. I'm from the water, right?
Even better. Yeah.
So yes, no restaurant can outdo us. Like,
we got to record it. I can like put this clip and show up at our house and be like, make us food now.
You come to me and I got you. I got you.
Promised us.
Right on. Right
on.
No,
whatever you want, I got you.
I definitely want to come to a Titans game. Like I said, my buddy Blueface and Spider Titan, and
I love them. They're
a lot of
awesome.
friends. I have family in Nashville, so it's just a matter of time till I make my way down. And
I think Blueface was nominated for Fan of the Year this year.
is he?
I think so. Yeah.
He's all right. I don't know if he deserves it. I'm just joking. No, Matt's my guy. I love him to death. I voted for him. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's awesome. I like him too.
So do you go to every game? Are you a season ticket holder? Or
I
even
am
if you don't go
not.
to every game, do you go
I
to
am
every
not. I
tailgate?
try to go to as many as possible, but I haven't been fortunate enough to be a season ticket holder yet. But I do want to become one before we move into the new stadium, just to have the perks of getting that. Yeah, because it's going to be something in the new stadium. It's going to be rough, I think, to get tickets for a while.
Mhm.
Have they started building it yet? Or
Yes.
all right on. How close is it to the old stadium?
It's not far. It's right kind of down. It's still on the river.
Okay.
Still, it's
I got you.
It looks like it's going to be beautiful, though. It looks like it's going to be beautiful.
No, the stadium
I'm
you're in
excited.
isn't that old to begin with, is it?
It needs a little love.
Okay.
It needs a little. It
I
needs a
didn't think it
little
was
love.
that old. Maybe I'm just used
Well,
to super old shit like us.
It's probably 20 something, I would guess.
That's not old, right?
No,
20?
maybe. I don't know.
I think what happened, they were saying it would be cheaper. Well, not really cheaper, but it would be make more sense to just build than to repair, because the repairs were going to be so expensive.
That makes more sense. That makes
So
sense.
25 years old. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
25 years old. That's crazy. Well, good. I'm glad you guys are getting a new stadium. We're supposed to get one day, but that's a whole. We could do a whole show on that topic. So coming up this weekend, Miss Yolanda, it's your Titans versus our Bears. So you guys fired
We're
Mike
going to be friends
Vrabel.
after, right?
No, you guys fired Mike Vrabel and brought on rookie head coach Brian
Listen.
Callahan, man, and
Bill Callahan's kid.
Bill Callahan's kid. And he ran the offense for the Bengals for the last 4 years. How excited are you guys for that? I mean,
Well, I can't say you guys, but I'm going to tell you once again, Titan fans probably going to be upset with me, but that's okay. For
You
the
do you.
longest, I was one of the Titan fans that wasn't a fan of Mike Vrabel. I know. I've been called everything but a child of God. I have been told, you're a woman, you don't know nothing about football. Mike Vrabel's the greatest. And he may have been the greatest, but I just personally did not love him as our head coach. Right. So when he was released, I was ecstatic. I was happy. I was very happy. It's just because I felt like now we're going to see change.
Mhm.
I felt very stagnant for so long, and I love my team, but I was poking it with a stick every offseason, like, do something, do something.
we can relate to that.
Yes.
But it was just the friends and family relationship going on with staff, and I'm excited about the new coach.
It was similar to some of the coaches we've had, where Vrabel very defensive minded, but every game like the Bears was 17-9, and that gets a little old when you're bringing in quarterback after quarterback to develop, and you're not developing any of them.
Yeah, I mean, Will Levy's a young guy. I mean, you're coming from a coach now who just pretty much developed Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and the whole Bengals high-powered offense. I mean, dude, if I was a Titans fan, I'd be ecstatic right now to have that guy on my team. I mean, that's just me. I have allegiance to whoever wins me games, and that's about it, man. If you ain't winning me games, I don't owe you nothing. So
Rand's been cooking.
Yeah, for real.
Rand has been cooking. I'm excited that he's here. Oh my gosh, I'm just excited. We've changed. We've done something. We've made a move. We've made a shift. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm most excited about. You know,
you guys just brought in that big offensive lineman, J.C. Latham from Alabama, too, who you guys took. And you brought over Calvin Ridley, too, who's a deadly.
Rand's
so,
been
you guys got some weapons for Will Levy finally, man. On top of Tyler Boyd. So, you guys definitely have the ability to put together some offense. I don't know how that's going to go against our defense, but I'm saying for other teams, you might be all right.
Y'all defense is always pretty Well, I'm not gonna say I'm hoping. We'll still be friends after. We're gonna win this game, and it's okay.
Okay.
I want you to know it's okay.
Whatever you
Like,
need to tell yourself, sweetheart. That's fine. I'm just like,
listen, I go into every game saying that. Listen, we be behind 30 points halftime. I'm like, we're gonna win this game. We're gonna win this game. So it's okay.
What's your very early thoughts on Will Levis so far? What do you think?
I really like what I've seen from him. I like him as a person. You know, the male thing, it's different. That's different. Cologne named Mayo, but I love him though as a person. Like he would just see him with the kids and to watch him. That arm is so powerful. I can't wait to see what he does. I can't wait to see what he does with an O-line.
Yeah,
we didn't
that's
have.
what I was about to say.
We didn't have an O-line at all.
Protection. So I mean, it doesn't matter if you have Patrick Mahomes back there if you don't have a good O-line in front of him.
Yeah, I don't know what we had.
Job, so I mean.
We had wet paper bags standing in front of the quarterback. I'm excited to see, you know what I'm saying?
Your guys' biggest weakness I was looking into was pretty much your defense last year, but looks like you guys upgraded and brought in Tyondre Sweat, a defensive tackle, and you brought 2 new powerhouse cornerbacks too. So, I mean.
Yes. Corners was always a thing that we struggle with too. My opinion that corners was few and in between.
I kind of feel like you guys are where we were like a year and a half, 2 years ago. You're kind of like, you got the new coach, you're putting the new pieces together. You're going to see which ones align and which ones don't. And then you have the stock to make those adjustments and moves. So I would kind of say rebuilding, right? I mean, a good rebuilding.
I better ask her. I'm not going to say that.
Basically, I mean, they've been saying it's not a rebuild, but it basically
a retooling.
I feel like whenever you replace the head coach, you're rebuilding. Like, you're bringing in a new structure, a new infrastructure, like
new coach, new quarterback, new coaches.
So you're telling me the Titans are going to beat the Bears this weekend. My question to you is, how is that going to happen? How is it going to go down? How are you guys scoring? Give me the deets
of how I think it's going to go down. Well, I don't think it's going to be a easy blowout. You know what I'm saying? Y'all defense is, like I said, y'all defense is pretty tight. But because we are the Titans and I'm the Titan goddess, I said
that's all you need.
Win, and they know when I say you better win.
I'll take it.
No, but I it's going to be an interesting game. I can't wait to see it. I
think it's going to be a good game. It's Caleb Williams' first home game, first game as a pro starter, first real game ever. He claims to never be nervous. I call bullshit. The kid's going to be nervous. How can you?
Right. Why would you not be?
Yeah, it's okay to be nervous. Tell me you're nervous, and I think you're a normal human being.
Right.
But anyways, I think with the shakiness of him kind of getting started in his first game, we're going to rely on the run game a lot because your guys' run defense is not the best run defense right now in the NFL. So I think we're going to shock everyone coming out with more of the run game to open up this season. And instead of going crazy with the pass game with all of our crazy receivers, like I think everyone's expecting us to do. Mm-hmm. What do you think, Maxwell?
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I see them. Well, he's such a dynamic potential player. I see them trying to ease him in to get him comfy first game, not going crazy with too many pass plays early. But that's only going to last for so long. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm ignorant to like what the Titans secondary is.
Dude, they have a good secondary. They have a good backfield. They got awesome upgrades in cornerbacks this year. So I mean, their linebacking crew is decent. So I mean, they got a good backfield. So.
All right, so good. So when we torch them, it'll be we actually beat a good second. Okay,
it's their defensive line that's more the questionable part. So
that was cute.
We try.
No, I mean the Bears defense should be really, really good. I mean, we're all excited to see what the offense is going to be. And listen, I'm really excited to watch Will Levis too. How he fell to the Titans is crazy.
I think it's something we all can agree on. We're just happy to see football's back.
Yeah.
It's week
one. Why is the offseason so long?
Sunday rituals are back. Whatever it is you do, Sunday rituals are back. So excited to have football back. Yo, give me a score for Sunday. What's the score on Sunday?
Let's see. 21-17 Titans.
All right. Maxwell, what say you, sir?
27-13 Bears.
All right.
Jeez, now see, I got listen. You gonna do us like that?
I'm gonna do.
Hey, if they prove me wrong, then I look like an idiot.
I'm just messing with you.
I'm gonna do a 24-17.
He said he gonna skunk. Y'all gonna just spank us on the road. Okay.
Opening game, opening week. The opening week is always so coin flippy. You just don't know. Anybody can come on and beat anyone. It always happens every week.
Everybody meshing.
Yeah, look at last year. The first game of the season last year was the Lions versus the Chiefs on Thursday Night Football. And the Lions came out and won that game, and everyone was like, WTF just happened.
I just think the Bears looked really competent when Caleb Williams was in there with the number ones on offense during the preseason. Granted, it's preseason, vanilla defenses, but I don't know. I hope I'm right.
I want to watch a good football game.
Yeah.
That's all I want to watch.
Yes.
I want it to be competitive. I want it to be fun. I want it to be a good time all the way till the end. That's what I'm going.
I am going to the stadium for the watch party, though, so it'll feel like I'm at the game.
Well,
Nice.
snaps. That's the way
Nice.
to do it. Hey,
But I think it's going to be a good game. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I think it is
I'm
too.
excited for it.
our tickets right now at Soldier Field, if you're not a season ticket holder, secondhand is over $300 for a 400 level seat. I mean, it's absolutely insane right now.
Yeah.
What Bears tickets are going for right now. So I think a lot of people are going to be with you, even like the big fans, the top fans who are not season ticket holders. Dude, we ain't rich. Unless you rich, you ain't going to all those games this year. So, well, Yolanda, I appreciate you coming on the show,
thank
sweetheart.
you.
I appreciate you guys having me. I had a ball.
Yeah, no, it's super fun. I can't wait to come. The Nashville and tailgate with you guys are for sure going to happen. I promise. I will be in Nashville.
It's a cool town.
Boy, good luck on Sunday. Tighten up, girls. We'll bear down. There we go. All right, sweetheart. Have fun on Sunday. Then we'll talk to you soon, okay?
You too.
Thank you.
All right. Always, I'll pick out some good fans, right?
Absolutely.
Some good ones,
Yeah,
right?
she's cool as hell.
She's awesome. No, we had a good time. Always a good time here on First and 10 with Foz. Tonight is the last show for Hard Knocks, my friends. So right after this at 8 o'clock, tune in to HBO Max. We'll see what the last show is all about. Hopefully something happens.
It's going to be a lot of visiting Sears Tower.
Right. Next week, we'll be breaking down the Titans game from this Sunday, discussing the last episode of Hard Knocks, and then talking about our Week 2 matchup. So Week 2, we will be playing the Titans, and we have a WWE character coming on, Maxwell. Ultimate fan of the year from the Texans. Super awesome guy. He'll be a fun time to have on. He has his own podcast, too. We'll be talking about that. So make sure you guys tune in. And then other than that, let's start the season off right with a home victory this Sunday. I will see a lot of you guys at the game this weekend, and the rest of you I will see next Tuesday, everyone. So everyone have a great rest of your week, and Sunday can't get here soon enough.
Agreed.
Bear down, baby.
Bears.
Thank you, and go Bears!
Bear down!
From Harrison and Wabash we rise, tailgating with excitement under the skies. The Foz is leading the way with Billy from the van, rapping jazz, dancing to the Chicago plan. Surrender man goes and stealing the beat. Baby Bear and Mama Bear never defeat. Deaf Bear and also roaring loud, and the stereo lurking among the crowd. The Hallis Tower, a symbol of might. Chicago handshake under the night. What is your profession? We ask. Legends of the game, a formidable task. Devin has to speed, behold. Mongo and Dadham will never fold. Sweetness and Peter, heart of steel. Did Buckus and Mike Dicker the real deal. Superfans cheering with passion in the air. From Harrison and
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your sports news here first. The daily podcasts are Ken and Ken in the Morning, Lions Talk with Smoking Jeremy B, Wrestling Roundup, The Big Football Show, and more, Shield TV, Lions Villian Report, and Red Zone Rank. The afternoon podcasts are Valhalla Hour, Brosef Sports, WCFL Dolphins Talk, The Cheap Seats, The Bodkin Show, Spirit of Detroit Podcast, and M-Maniacs. The nightly shows are Palace Hall Report, Frozen Tundra Network, Skull Gang 365, The Huddle Sports Network Open Mic, First and 10 with Foz, Main Event Football Show, Prime Sports World, The Man Cave, Prim and Proper Sports, Spitballing Podcast, Lions Fan Cave Chat, Puckett, 313 Den Podcast, The Guys Huddle Podcast, Shots from the Sideline, Let's Talk Sports, the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast, Off the Rails, and Detroit Lions News. Hope you like all the shows. Make sure you follow, like, share, subscribe.